Hello, everyone. Welcome to the DPB Podcast. This is episode number 51 for the week of August 1st, 2016.
And we're starting off this episode with a brand new intro exclusively for YouTube. Hope you guys enjoy it.
Lots and lots happening. It is great to be part of the initial podcast for Disney Pins Blog. Disney Pins Blog podcast of the Disney Pins Blog. The Disney Pins Blog, the Disney Pins Blog podcast. We hope to hear all about it.
Welcome back, everyone. It is Ryan and Matt with Disney Pins Blog. How's it going, guy?
It's going good. We're kind of getting off the aftermath of episode 50. So now we're on episode 51, and we're kind of going back to the grind. We have some new things and new additions to the series we wanted to add. We just finished our new intro, which, well, Ryan, what do you think about it? I mean, it's a brand new, we're starting fresh after 50. What do you think of our new intro?
I love it. I think it's a great new addition, and I love how you put a little passion behind it and having the photos with the new style logo for DPB Podcast is great, and I love to see Tony and I's picture in the beginning. I think that was great.
Yeah.
So good job on that, Matt.
Yeah, thank you. I want to give props to my friend Nick Messiano, who designed our new kind of logo, I guess, the DPB logo. And so it looks good, and I'm glad, it's definitely time for a refresh, kind of the whole thing. We're kind of refreshing our whole podcast. We're still giving the news, but we're adding little features here and there, so that's always good.
Thanks, Nick. All right, so speaking of the 50th episode, we had a little giveaway last week, and we're going to announce the winner now. Right before this, Matt and I actually chose the winner through random.org. We had 22 entries for the giveaway, for the podcast exclusive giveaway. So thank you to everyone who entered. So we just did a random.org, basically did a 1 through 22 and generated a number. And basically it's one per comment. So we just went right down the list. And the random number that was generated was number 12. So we went down to comment number 12, and that was Cajun WDW Fan. So congrats to Cajun WDW Fan. We will email you and get your shipping address, and we will send out your Pin Trader starter set. So thank you so much to everyone who entered the podcast exclusive giveaway.
I hope you enjoyed the pin there, Cajun WDW Fan. Yeah.
So very cool. And if you guys want more giveaways, we usually run them monthly. Just click on the giveaways tab at DisneyPinsBlog.com. All right, let's head over to the pin news. First, we want to start off with our event news that we had. So we had some pretty crazy news this past week we announced. So for those of you that don't know, the next pin trading event sponsored by Disney Pins Blog is the Fall 2016 Gathering. It's a pin trading charity event, which goes to Give Kids the World. And that is October 2nd, 2016. And we just announced exclusive pins that are going to be released at the event. They are a limited edition of 250 Acme Alice in Wonderland pins. One features the Caterpillar, and the other one features the Queen of Hearts. And these are designed by Dave Perello. He is the Acme artist. They're really, really cool pins. And actually just got in the Princess pins, which follow this Golden Magic series. And they're really large circular pins that are about like 2 to 3 inches in size. So beautiful, beautiful pins. The retail price on those are only $19.95. And they're exclusive to guests who come to the event. So all you have to do is go on and you can pre-register now. Actually, you have to have a chance at these pins, and it's $15 for the ticket, and it's limited to 2 pins per ticket, so you can get 2 Caterpillar, 2 Queen of Hearts. They're first come, first served, and the pin purchasing will begin on September 16th to registered guests via email. So we'll send an email. You purchase your pins through Hot Art, and you print out your PayPal receipt then, and you bring it to the event on October 2nd. We'll have the pins at the event, and just show your receipt, and you can pick up your pins at the event. We're also taking sponsors as well, so if you do not live in Orlando or can't make it to Orlando, you can have a friend who's going to the event pick up your pins for you. You just have to purchase the $15 ticket yourself. So.
Yeah, these pins look really great. I know for a while now we weren't sure if we were getting pins. I know we were asked by a lot of people actually. Are you getting pins this time around? And we finally got the confirmation that we were, and here's what we have. And I really think I think the Queen of Hearts is definitely going to be the top seller there. She has a pretty good following, and the Worm, you don't see him very often. Or the cat. I'm sorry, the caterpillar. The Worm. Yeah, you don't see him very often. So I feel like that this could be a rare pin that maybe people are interested as well. And this Alice in Wonderland set is just in time as the 65th anniversary just passed as well.
Yeah. Yeah, whenever we announced the pins this past week, we got a lot of good feedback on them, and we had a lot of other event tickets that were sold. So I think people are going to really like them, and the artwork's really cool. I think this is part of a whole Alice in Wonderland piece of art, and there are actually going to be more pins released in this series exclusive to Hong Kong. So these are the only 2 pins in this Alice in Wonderland series that are actually going to be available in America. The rest will be released over in China. So that's pretty cool.
That's like true exclusive right there.
Yeah.
Yes.
It is. And I forgot to mention too, they're a limited edition of 250, and we're only getting 150 of them. So the other 100 are staying in China. So It's very, very limited. So get your tickets soon if you plan on attending.
Very nice.
So, all right. Moving on, we'll start with the pin news. Jumping back earlier this week, there was a surprise pin release at DisneyStore.com. This was for Pete's Dragon. It's a limited edition of 550 pin set. There's 3 pins in this set. The retail price was $69.95, and the pins are for the new live-action Pete's Dragon movie. One says "Free to Fly," the other one says "Protector of the Wild," and the third one says "Beware of the Dragon." Matt, what are your thoughts on these pins?
You know what? I was never I don't really know or familiar with Pete's Dragon, the old cartoon series, or not the cartoon, the old movie. I'm sorry. So I really don't have an attachment over these pins, but I did. Or I got I have an opportunity to go see the movie early. I got an advanced screening for the movie.
Oh, really?
This Saturday. So I'll be seeing it about a week early. So I can give you my review, and maybe once I see the movie, I might have a different opinion next week about these pins.
All right, cool.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to the movie. The trailer looks really good, and like I said, I'm not too familiar with the old movie, but I do know that it has a lot of heart, and I'm hearing great reviews on it right now as well.
Cool. Yeah, that's why I asked you, because I actually I never saw the old movie. So.
Yeah, neither have I. But I mean, they're revamping it for a reason, and I'm hoping it's going to be a good one of those new. I mean, they're revamping all their old classics. Yep. So I hope this is another winner for Disney.
Cool. Yeah, I might have to check that one out. All right, heading over to Hong Kong Disneyland, there was a new collectible pin pack that was released this past week. It was called World of Evil, and it features different Disney villains, kind of like in a baby style.
So,
I guess that's the best way to explain it.
They're menacing, but they're like
they're villain babies.
Villain babies. They're kind of like cutesies. They almost look like almost very similar to like if Tsum Tsum had a body, and I feel like that's what they look like.
Right. Yeah. That is very true. Yeah. Tsum Tsum bodies.
Yeah.
So there's 16 different pins in this pin pack. These are very similar to the Tsum Tsum pin packs that you get here at Disney Parks in America. There's 5 randomly selected pins in the pack, and the retail price is 209 Hong Kong dollars. So yeah, pretty cool there. I don't know if that pin pack's going to be coming to America. The back of it does say Hong Kong Disneyland, but you never know. Sometimes they do get the pins of their first, and they end up coming over to America. So we will keep an eye out.
And there's a lot of villains that you just don't see very often that's in this set. One of them being, I don't remember her name, but she was a villain from Tangled, is one of them that you don't see very often.
The Mother Gothel?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm really bad with names right now. The villain from Wreck-It Ralph. I think it's Candy.
Oh, King Candy.
King Candy. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in this set, and even go ahead.
I like the Chernabog.
Chernabog.
Fantasia.
Yes, he's always a classic. And you have the classics there. You have the Evil Queen. You have Maleficent. You have Hades and Gaston and Cruella de Vil. So yeah, they're all there. And even the villain from Hunchback of Notre Dame is there too.
Yep. Pretty cool. All right, let's head over to Tokyo Disney Resort. We had some new pins pop up this past week over there. 2 new ones are featuring the Summer Festival for 2016. There was one released at Tokyo Disneyland, and the other one was released at Tokyo Disney Sea. The one at Tokyo Disneyland just features Mickey, and he's holding something. I cannot tell what it is.
It almost looks like a baton, maybe.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
And it has Japanese writing on the left of him, which I'm assuming says something along the lines of Summer Festival. Yeah. And then the one at Tokyo Disney Sea is probably my favorite. It features Mickey and Minnie. It says Disney Summer Festival 2016, and then it has fruit. You see a watermelon, a pineapple, bananas. Very colorful pin. So I think those are really, really unique.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, Ryan, I didn't even notice the fruit were there in this pin when I first looked at it. It blended so well with the rest of the pin design that I didn't even notice that there were fruit there. But yeah, there is fruit. So yeah, it's a really nice pin. It
is really nice. It's very colorful.
Mm-hmm.
And then also staying at Tokyo Disney Resort, new game pins were released. So these are exclusive to Tokyo. We did post about them a few months back for whenever they're celebrating. I believe it was the 15th anniversary. They had these game pins. So there was a set released at Tokyo Disneyland and another set released at Tokyo Disney Sea. I don't really know. I was trying to research the idea around these pins, but it's some type of game that you play at the parks, and then you get a pin for playing the game, and then you kind of have to complete the whole collection. They're almost like very similar to hidden Mickey pins at Disney parks in America, because they do have little hidden Mickeys on them, and they are part of a set. So
I was about to say that almost sounds very similar, kind of sort of to PinQuest, really. Like you're playing a game and you're getting a pin as a reward for it.
Right. Yeah. So I don't know all the details about it, but my friend over at Tokyo who sends me pictures just said that these are part of a game series. So pretty unique.
Yeah, what I really do like about it is the Tokyo Disneyland game pins. I really like that Max, who's Goofy's son, is in this set, because you have you have Mickey, Minnie, Donald, and then I'm assuming it's Lady Chipmunk. It doesn't look like it's Chip or Dale. Yeah. And then you have Max, and you never see Max pins at all. Like I'm really surprised about that too.
Uh-huh.
And so, but so it's really refreshing to see like that character on a pin again.
Definitely. All right. Moving on, we also had a preview of the new Acme pins that are going to be released at Shanghai Disney Resort. So for some of you that know, they did take a month off, so there was no new releases in the month of July. They were just kind of catching up with production and whatnot. But they are back for August. We got a preview of them. The flyer's up on the website. So just going down through them, really, really cool pins. One that is going to be released on August 7th is featuring Cheshire Cat. Really cool artwork there. August 14th is The Incredibles, which is like an Art Deco style, very similar to the Boba Fett pin that was released at our last event. Then there's one called Gentle Wishes. It's on sale August 21st, which features Snow White in a very fancy outfit. And the fourth one is Bambi Butterfly on August 28th. And has Bambi jumping through the meadows. And all these pins are limited edition of 100.
It almost looks like Snow White is going to like a ball or like a really fancy movie premiere back in the night.
Yeah.
It's almost she's going to her own movie premiere.
Yeah.
And like, you know what? I'm gonna take all my woodland friends with me
Huh?
to this movie premiere because I feel like that's how she's dressed. Like she's going to go see a play or something.
Right. I totally agree. Very 1930s.
Yeah.
Ritzy. Very ritzy pin.
And I'm really loving that The Incredibles pin. I love everything about
I kind of thought you would. It is a cool pin.
I don't know. It looks so different, and the whole family's there. And I don't know what's it about it, but I just like it. I just like they're all like doing action poses, and even Jack's in on this, and I'm loving that whole set. That whole like that pin, everything about that pin.
Yeah, it's really really cool, and these are all super jumbo pins, so you know they're gonna have lots of detail on them.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So. All right, let's jump over to Mickey's of Glendale in California. We had another set of diamond pins, Matt. These are released. Actually, they haven't been released. They'll be released on August 1st when this podcast goes up. All pins are limited edition of $250 again. Retail price is $14.95. We have more diamond pins you can add to your 60th anniversary of the Disneyland Resort.
Yes, let's not forget about the 60 years, Ryan, because that's important. 61, who cares? Let's
still live with 60
live
here.
With 60, but I will say I do like the Wreck-It Ralph and Vanellope.
It is a cool pin.
Yeah, it's kind of like I can't really tell who's giving who the pin. I think it's Vanellope giving Wreck-It Ralph the pin.
Yeah, I think so.
Either way, I just like seeing Wreck-It Ralph pins because it's a great movie, and I feel like that's always undercut when I see like merchandise and pins. So it's always refreshing to see them in a pin again.
Right, and they're kind of rare. You know,
they are rare. Yeah.
But yeah, there's a Duffy and Shelley May, Pascal from Tangled, Huey, Dewey, and Louie pin, Baloo from the Jungle Book, Beast from Beauty and the Beast, and then of course Vanellope and Ralph from Wreck-It Ralph. All available on August 1st for cast members only at Mickey's of Glendale. So yeah, I don't know how many more releases we're gonna have. I think there's 60. Know. We should be up to that point soon.
I mean, are they trying to get 60 pins? Is that what we've been missing this entire time?
Yeah, it's 60 characters for 60 years.
Okay, all right. So
I could go back and count, but
let's do that right now, shall we? Let's take a moment. We'll put on some music for you guys, and we'll just count 1, 2, 3. We have to be reaching the end soon. I figured that we would have ended this by 61, but I don't know. Maybe because 61 just happened, maybe about a week ago. So hopefully this might be
July 17th. It was.
Yeah, so this might be the last of the 60. But then again, we never know. We might get more next week or next month or something.
Yeah, these started in April. So April, May, June, July.
April of this year.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So we might have a little bit more to go then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'll still complain about it.
All right. Let's head over to back to Disney Parks in America.
Yes.
There's a new lanyard pouch that was released for The Nightmare Before Christmas. It's called Jack and Friends, and it has a little charm on it. It has the Jack Skellington charm at the top, and then the pouch has Sally, Jack, and what's the dog's name? Do you know the dog's name from Nightmare Before Christmas?
Shadow? Zero.
I was
there
like,
you go.
Spot?
Yeah. We were getting there.
Shadows.
Teamwork.
Yeah. Zero. All right.
There you go.
Cool. So that retail price is $8.99. It's available at Disneyland, Walt Disney World, and the Shop Parks mobile app. So those are great. You know, we talked about these before.
Yeah.
They're great to hold random things.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, maybe some extra lanyards, some traders. Your park map if you're still holding on to that. Pretty much anything you want.
Yeah.
If your magic band gets too sweaty, put it in the pocket.
Yeah. All right. Let's head over to Disneyland. We had some big news this week.
Yes, it is.
Big news announced on when was this announced? Friday, right?
This was announced Friday, yeah.
Announced Friday. So PinQuest comes to Disneyland Park on August 4th, 2016. This is really cool. I knew it was coming because we got a little preview of it at last year's pin event. And it was actually a surprise to me that it came to Walt Disney World first. I didn't think it was coming to Disney World, but so yeah, it's really cool. We got a preview from Disney Parks blog of the lanyard and the map and the decoder pin, and then the EarQuest pin at the end that you get. Very similar style to the Walt Disney World version, but this has more of an American theme to it.
Yeah,
Mickey,
it does. Yeah, like an early 1900s. We're not talking about early 1700s
yeah,
feel to it.
yeah. So pretty cool. There's going to be the different locations that are participating are Frontierland, Westward Ho Trading. On Main Street is the 20th Century Music Company. Fantasyland, it's a Small World toy shop. Critter Country is Pooh Corner. Tomorrowland is Little Green Men's Store Command. And then New Orleans Square is the Pieces of Eight shop. And yeah, so for those of you out on the West Coast who you want to get a little preview of what this is all about, you can check out our PinQuest video series on YouTube that Matt actually did. And
Yes.
yeah.
It should be very similar to. I don't see any major changes to the PinQuest from what we did in Disney World. But Ryan, you know what that means? We need to do another 8-part series. We got to run over to California now.
Yeah, I think we got to fly out
Yeah,
next
we
week.
got. Yeah, I think we're flying out next week, right? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and on top of that, I think we're going to Hong Kong, doing some stuff
Yeah.
over there, then heading over to Paris and doing.
Yeah,
yeah.
we're going around the world.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. Yeah. So why not just put this in the extra stop right there?
Yeah, podcast will be back in a month.
Yeah.
We have our long trip plan, guys. We're sorry.
But yeah, definitely. It looks like it from the decoder that was given at Disney World. It's almost like a navigation, going on an adventure type feel. And Mickey was like, you're looking through a kaleidoscope. And in this case, we're having like an early 1970s feel, almost as like if the Liberty Square area was an adventure, and this is it. And Mickey's holding a hat instead of looking through an eyeglass. So I mean, I'm not a kaleidoscope. So yeah, it looks interesting. I mean, it was interesting when I did it, and these pins look. They look good. Yeah.
Yeah, they look really cool. So I'm sure that's going to be very popular out there on the West Coast. As we know, it was popular on the East Coast. So
Yeah.
everyone
Definitely.
out there, have fun.
Yeah, seriously. And then send us photos. Could we really like to see those pins that you guys are collecting?
Yeah, if you guys want to, just add us on Twitter at Disney Pins Blog, and we'll retweet it. So, all right, heading over, let's check out the new pin releases for this week at Disney Parks. Starting off with Disneyland, there's a piece of history pin coming to Disneyland, which is very odd because I thought this was just the year for Walt Disney World. This is our first piece of Disney history pin at Disneyland this year, and it's for the Autopia attraction. It's a limited edition of 2,000, and it has a piece of the attraction in it, of course. It features Mickey Mouse in the car, and is released on August 4th. And this was a shock to me when I saw they posted this, because I thought it was the year for Disney World.
Or maybe they snuck one in there on you, Ryan.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy. So that's cool. And then, of course, at heading over to Disney World, we have the next piece of Disney history pin, which features the Adventures Club from Pleasure Island. And this was the animatronic that was in that bar. I forget, I don't even know what his name was, but he was very, very popular back in the day. And this has a piece of that animatronic in the pin. It's a limited edition of 1,500. Retail price is $15.99, and that's available on August 4th as well. I really like that pin a lot.
I think it's very unique. It's refreshing from not seeing Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
And I'm still looking for the lights, camera, action piece of history pin. I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for the backlot tour piece of history pin.
Yeah.
Anything along those lines. Because I did like those two rides, so I'm kind of waiting for that. Maybe it might happen toward the end of the year. Even Electric Lights Parade. No, I mean, I'm sorry. The Osborne lights.
Yeah.
Osborne Spectacular Dancing Lights piece of history pin. That one I would really like, especially as maybe a little piece of a light bulb or something.
Maybe that'll come out in December. That's a good idea.
Maybe, yeah. But
Disney, get on that.
Exactly. But it's definitely refreshing to see a new pin, and definitely a unique one itself too, from Pleasure Island. They took that down a while ago, and there you go, a little piece of history right there.
Yeah, very cool. So yeah, just two releases, the limited edition releases this week. There could always be more surprises or open editions. Just stay tuned to the website because we usually update that throughout the week if there's anything new. So, all right, that'll do it for Pin News this week. Matt, what do you got for us?
All right, so I'm going to start off with a little bit of refurbishments announcements. A couple of refurbishments that started this week and last week, the one I forgot to mention, but started last week from July 25th all the way through October 17th. That's easily a 3-month refurb is the dinosaur ride over at Animal Kingdom. So, so that's going to be on a log refurb. We have the Liberty Square Riverboat is on a week-long refurb from August 1st through August 8th. And then later this week is kind of an interesting refurb. The Celebrate the Magic pre-show before the Wishes fireworks is going on a refurb. I think they're updating the, kind of making it more, updating the projections. And making it more, kind of like the Star Wars projection show at Hollywood Studios, because that's like really nice. So I think they're upgrading to that, whatever they did over there.
I wonder if the show itself is going to change at all. Like
I don't know. That'll be interesting, yeah, because they did add, a Zootopia maybe might have a mix in there.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. But so Celebrate the Magic ends, or the refurb starts on August 5th all the way through August 31st. So pretty much the whole month of August, and kick back on September 1st.
Cool. Speaking of refurbs, I just noticed this past week, I think you mentioned it before, but Carousel Progress went down for a bit, and I saw pictures on Facebook of it. They replaced all the carpet and chairs in Carousel Progress.
Really?
Yeah.
That news flew right by me.
Yeah, they changed it back to the actual color it was back when it opened in the 60s at the World's Fair. So
wow, I know there's definitely a nice fresh coat of paint around the around the attractions. That I noticed, but I did not notice that they redid the carpets and the chairs.
I'm really happy that they're giving that attraction some love, because it definitely needed it.
Oh yeah, I mean it's still it's still a great attraction.
Yeah,
I mean it's like that's like the go-to is like if it's busy in the park. Yeah. And you just want a place where, like, I just want to sit down.
Yeah.
That's a 20-minute long AC attraction in the dark. And if you don't like the attraction, just go to sleep.
Yeah, that's the place to be.
Exactly. Especially during these summers.
Yeah.
But yeah, nice little thank you for the heads up there. I did not know that.
Yeah.
Moving on over to Ryan, you should, you're familiar with the Run Disney races. You've done a few of them yourselves. And I know you might have had a little bit of the 5K medals. They were rubber. And I'm not sure if you were a big fan of those rubber.
I wasn't.
It felt out of place, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no longer, no more.
Really?
They're now medals.
Wow, that's exciting news. I like that.
Yeah. I feel like
seriously, it was annoying when you got that piece of rubber. It's like, oh, okay.
It's almost like, well, you should have paid more for the medal there, sir.
Yeah, you should have done the 10K.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, they're no longer rubber. They're all metal now, and I believe they're going to be introduced at the Disneyland Half Marathon weekend. The new 5K medals would be introduced, and then they also released the Mickey's Holiday 5K Wine and Dine 5K medal as well. And
when I did that one before.
So I'm pretty sure no more rubbers. They're all going metal. I think it's refreshing too, because you almost feel like discouraged. Like, man, you're running, and even though you can only maybe afford a 5K, you only want to do a 5K, and you feel like that rubber medal just wasn't justified enough. But so now you get a real medal. So there you go.
Very cool. That's exciting news.
Hopping over to the boardwalk. Some new stuff.
Favorite.
Yeah, I know, and I feel like you're gonna love both of these news, Ryan. So there's two new things that opened up here. First one is the Akbar Lounge is now open at Disney Boardwalk. I think it's a new bar. It has a. Have you heard about the lounge?
I did. I actually watched a video on it last week.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well, for those who don't know, it's a new bar, a new cocktail lounge.
Cocktail.
Yeah. It has the theme is the 1930s golden age of illusionists. Magicians.
Yeah.
And it's like it used to be the story used to be a former hangout spot for magicians, so that's pretty cool. So a little magic is within the theme there, and cool. It's I believe there's like some hidden stuff around the restaurant or the bar. So I don't know. Just keep an eye out, I guess.
Cool. We should do a video on it.
Yeah, definitely.
That's cool.
Definitely take a look inside the new bar. It has. I've always been fascinated with magic in general.
Yeah.
So
they should come out with a pen for the bar too.
Exactly. The kind of 2 weeks ago we said, where are the restaurant pins, Ryan? This would be a perfect example of the new bar, new pin.
Yeah.
It's common sense here, people. Come
Perfect.
on.
Yeah. Come on. They have one for Trader Sam's.
Exactly.
So.
So this is an indoor-outdoor seating services. They serve different cocktails, different appetizers, different alcoholic beverages. So, and the restaurant is open from 4 p.m. to midnight. So
cool.
There you go. And then also, they made it also around the boardwalk. They made an announcement that the old Flying Fish restaurant is now reopening on August 3rd, which is this Wednesday. Reservations can be started right now. You can start making reservations for it. It's a redesigned. They have new design, new food, new dining room, new kitchen, new everything. Wow. I think it went down for quite a bit of a refurb, and now that you're rebranding the whole restaurant, and from the photos that I'm looking at right now, it looks pretty good.
Very cool. Yeah, I have always wanted to eat there. I haven't, but I would like to in the future. It looks cool. Every time I go by, it smells good.
That's a good start, right?
Yeah.
So if you're going to be in the area, check out the Flying Fish over at the boardwalk and the bar. So there you go. So this was interesting news. I didn't really think that Disney would do this, but they are. Dine at Magic Kingdom and get a discount for Disney Springs.
What?
Yeah, listen to this, Ryan.
I didn't hear this.
So this was last week, starting July 26th. You can start doing this right now. You eat at a Magic Kingdom quick service restaurant. They will give you a coupon for a number of shops at Disney Springs.
So I can go to Casey's Corner and get a hot dog, and they'll give me a coupon?
Correct. Yes.
Wow.
So here are the following restaurants that are participating in this deal at Magic Kingdom: Aloha Isle, Anti-Gravities, I think it's called. Casey's Corner, Cheshire Cafe, Columbia Harbor House, Cool Ship, Cosmic Rays, Gaston's Tavern, Golden Oak Outpost, Launching Pad, Pico's Bill Cafe, Pinocchio's Village House.
Yeah. German.
Said that already. Sleepy Hollow, Storybook Treats, Sunshine Tree Terrace, Tomorrowland Terrace, and Village Fry Shop. So if you eat at any one of those, I'm not sure. There we go. The coupon is printed on your receipt, so do not lose your receipt. So there might be a coupon code there, and then you get 10% off at these following locations at Disney Springs: Disney's Days of Christmas, Disney's Design a Tea, Disney's Pin Traders. Oh, there you go, really? 10% off a pin. Disney's Wonderful World of Memories, Goofy's Candy Company, Marketplace Co-op, Marketplace Fun Finds, Mickey's Pantry, Once Upon a Toy, Trend D, and World of Disney.
Wow, that's a lot.
That's a lot, exactly. And then
that's great.
And then you get 15% off at the following shops: the Disney's Quest Emporium, the Disney's Quest Food Quest, the Candy Cauldron, the Cirque du Soleil, the Exposition Park Food Trucks, the Star Wars Galactic Outpost, and the Superhero Headquarters. And you get 15% off those following stores.
I like those food trucks over there too. They're good.
Yes, I mean they're giving you a lot of options. So basically, you can pretty much use it for anything you want. And you get in any of those stores, and you get 10 or 15% off.
All right, very cool.
That's a very cool deal. So this is going on right now, all the way through September 4th.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah,
I'll have to take advantage of that.
Exactly. And then so you have to buy something on September 4th. You can redeem it up until September 5th.
Gotcha. Give you an extra day. Cool.
Exactly. So, I mean, why not? Eat at your favorite quick service restaurant, get 10% off.
Yeah. Very cool.
And last but not least, little interesting news coming out of Magic Kingdom. And they are presenting a new live show in front of the Liberty Square. And it features the Muppets.
What?
Yes. It's
in Liberty Square?
Yes, in Magic Kingdom.
What the heck is that?
It's called The Muppets Present. Wow, I just lost it. Oh, there we go. The Muppets Present great moments in American history.
Ah, it fits.
Yeah. And so I guess they're reenacting great moments in American history in front of, it's somewhere, I'm not sure exactly where, but somewhere in the Liberty Square Magic Kingdom. It will
Probably near the Hall of Presidents, maybe, huh?
Probably. Whatever. I'm not sure if there's a little performance area there. Maybe in front of the Liberty Bell, maybe. Which is also in front of the Hall of Presidents too. So,
yeah.
So this show will debut in October of this year, and it will also include an original song.
Cool. Brand new. I did not hear that. That's awesome.
Brand new. It'll feature all the favorite. Yeah, the Muppets. You have Kermit the Frog, Miss Piggy, Fozzie the Bear, the Great Gonzo, James Jefferson, and I believe Sam Eagle is also in it as well.
Nice.
So yeah, so definitely some interesting stuff happening around Disney parks, and so yeah.
Very cool.
All right, now it's time for, I guess, our new favorite part of the show.
Oh shoot!
Oh
wait, never mind.
Yeah, no, yeah. So, as we announced last week, we rebranded what we're doing at the end of the show. We no longer called Fun Seg with Matt. It is now called Disney Chit Chat. So here's the, I guess, first episode of Disney Chit Chat, and so here's a little bit of an interesting topic here. Right, like I was just telling Ron before the podcast that I had this idea. I already had like my Disney Chit Chat topic lined up for this week up until maybe 5 minutes before we started this podcast, and so we're gonna save that topic for next week. But for this week, Ryan, I'm shuffling through my pins. I'm seeing what I have. I feel like I was a little bit disorganized with my pins lately, so I'm kind of like. I had like pins all over the place on my desk and in my Disney bag. So I was kind of like get all the pins together and see what I have. And I was going through my pin book and kind of reorganize a little bit. And then I realized I'm like, wow, you know what? I don't want this set anymore. It's just you know what I mean? It's like for some reason I wanted this set. I was like started this set and either I completed it or I didn't complete it, and I was like. It doesn't do me anything anymore. It's like right.
Your interest changed.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I took the pins and I put them aside. I'm like, these are traders, and that's that. So Ryan, have you ever had that feeling before when you're pin trading?
I have. So most of my pins are up on cork boards in my room. I do have a few in like box sets and stuff, but most of them are up. I see them almost every day and whatnot. But then I do have a book of traders. So a lot of times when I'm running low on traders or whatever, I'll go through my cork boards and look at my pins. And then other times I'm just standing there, I'm like, why the heck am I collecting that? Like, I don't care about that.
Exactly.
So, yeah. So I have one board in particular that's just all random characters in like very small side collections that I was interested in at one point. I collected maybe 5 to 10 of the pins and then just stopped. Because I didn't care that much about them.
Right.
Like one in particular, I kind of have a bigger side collection of Peter Pan. I still like him though, so I'm not going to trade that off. Mm-hmm. I have like a Jiminy Cricket one. Like it's like whatever to me. A Muppets one that I could care less about. I just never really got into it. The one in particular is Baymax. Like I love Baymax so much, but they released a lot of expensive limited edition pins, and I was like, I don't care that much about them to drop the money. So now I have like maybe five to 7 Baymax pins that I just like. I'm like thinking to myself, I'm not going to complete this set. I might just use those as traders, because people love Baymax. Someone will want them more than I do.
Exactly.
So usually whenever I'll look at my boards. Once my traders get low, like I have a lot of traders right now for the Pixar Party event, but probably after that event, I'll go back to my boards and look and see what little small side collections that I have that I don't want anymore. I'll just take them off the board and put them in the book for trading.
Yeah, I feel like you're not a true pin trader unless you had that moment.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like and also you've been doing this for a while. When you reach that moment when you're like, man, I have a lot of pins, and it just, for some reason, it just doesn't hit me the way that it used to anymore. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong of changing.
You got to
interest.
Consolidate.
Exactly. I mean, even if you're just, hey, I need traders now, and I don't have the money for new pins. Let's see what pins I don't care about and put them in my trading pile. Or even, it just doesn't feel the same anymore, and I'm just gonna put him in the trading pile. Hey, I know a guy who loves Baymax pins. Let me go call him up and sees like, hey, I'm getting rid of my collection here. Are you interested? And I mean, even like for example, like I have all these pins on the side of me right now, but like these hats for the people on YouTube, I'm showing. But I'll describe it for our listeners. Right now, I'm showing a Mickey hat with Grumpy, and like in the ears, you have like his tools and a diamond, and even like here you have Donald, which is again with the ear hats, and he's wearing his Donald hat. He's angry, and it's like at one time I wanted to collect all these Mickey hats with all these different characters on it, and then I was looking through my collection, like, you know what? I don't want to anymore. It just happens. And so,
I had that whole collection if you want to complete it still.
Oh, really? Oh, well then never mind. I'm going back to it. But yeah, just one of those things. And I decided, you know what? I have, like, for example, again, I have a Mater right here, and I also have a Lightning McQueen. And like, you know what? I'm always a Pixar collector. And so I'm going to put these pins aside. I'm going to put it in a different collection now. Since I'm no longer collecting the hats, I'll put them in my Pixar collection.
There you go. That's perfect.
Exactly. And so, and then that, that's where you kind of figure, and then you kind of work your way around, and then you kind of move on from there. And
See, to me, I would rather focus. I would say my energy, but just focus my interest on my collections I really, really care about. Like I love my Tower of Terror. I love my Pirates of the Caribbean. My Star Wars collection is actually starting to get kind of big. So like I'd rather like take off the little side collections and focus more on the ones that I really care about and like. So yeah, anytime you need new traders, just
I just
reevaluate.
Yeah, exactly. Just it's really it comes down to it, and I feel like like I said, you always hit that moment where it's feel like it's time for a change. It's always we're changing all the time, and interests are changing, and so. And again, there's nothing wrong with it, and you end up getting a new collection, and you never know that one pin that you say, I don't want anymore, you put in the bag, you see somebody else have like a really nice pin, and like, oh wow, and that's the next collection, that's the next one you start.
Right.
And then go on the flip side, you didn't like this collection, you put it on somebody else's, and you trade it to a cast member. There could have been a child or a person that was the last pin they needed, or that was like wow, what is this pin? I want to start collecting that. And that's the whole fun about pin trading, is that you're passing it down from like literally from you to somebody else, and you just never know how you got your own pin unless you bought it. But like if you got it from if you trade it from someone, you never know where that. I mean, if pins could talk, and like how long how would that journey go through? And so it's the whole fun of pin trading.
It definitely is. It's really cool. And there's one other thing I was going to say about your collection. Yeah, it's just the whole idea of like your interest change. Like people, you could start collecting Zootopia pins, and then a year from now decide you don't. You want to collect the latest, Disney movie that came out. Right. So what do? If you're not that interested anymore with collecting, because they're always going to make new pins. Every month, year, and whatnot. So yeah, you can just use those as traders then for your new collection.
Yeah, and there's no point of you holding on to a collection that you don't want. And again, that's the great thing about pin trading is that you do have that option. It doesn't feel like your money was wasted into this collection, this hobby, as we'd say, because you can always trade it for with somebody or a cast member. Or even, if you want to, take it to the secondary market and somebody will pay for it. And so there's definitely a limited amount of options that could go on to pin trading, and that's the whole fun with it.
And pin trading is always alive. It's not just the cast members at Disney parks. There's tons and tons of events every month, all around the world. So it's definitely still alive and well.
Yeah. So that was the first episode of Disney Chit Chat. I thought I went off with a hitch. If you don't, I think so myself.
It was awesome. Yeah. I loved it. Disney Chit Chat.
Disney Chit Chat. But we don't want the conversation to end here. So a new thing that we're starting is that you can always continue the conversation in the comments below. Was there a pin that there was a set that it wasn't for me, I ended up trading it, or you found a pin and you started a new set? But let us know in the comments below, either if you're watching on our website or on iTunes or on YouTube. Just leave us a comment. And we also, on our website, we started a new forum called DPB Podcast?
Yeah, if you go click on the forums tab at Disney Pins blog, there's a new one we've just opened up called DPB Podcast. And basically you can start any thread in there discussing the different episodes. So I just put one in there. You'll see episode 50 from last week. Basically, just talking about our giveaway from last week. Every week we can put a new thread in here if you guys want, and continue the conversation over in the forums.
And if a lot of people are doing it, then at the beginning of the next episode we'll go through any of the comments and see how that conversation worked out, and maybe give a couple of shout outs to some people. So
right, definitely.
So that's definitely a new thing we want
also
to try.
while we're talking about the forums, I just wanted to mention there's a new I don't know if I mentioned on the podcast before that we had a new addition to the forums I opened up maybe a month or two ago. Basically, it's a point system.
Okay.
So anytime you comment on a blog post or start your own thread in the forums or just participate, you earn a point. It also ties in with our store, the DPB store. Oh. Anytime you rate a product or review a product or buy a product, you get a point. So basically, there's a point system, and right under your character or your profile picture in the forums, it'll say points and then how many you have. So basically, you can earn points by participating, and then eventually, what I want to do is once more people start, paying attention to the point system, we'll have some giveaways around it by different points that you earn throughout a given time period. So
it's a good idea. I like it.
Yeah. Thanks.
So I kind of just lost my train of thought there.
Yeah, you're thinking, Matt.
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking about your awesome new idea that you have going on there with the forum. So we definitely want to keep the conversation going. We don't want just to have us talk and then you guys listen. We want to keep you guys involved. So the new thing we're trying to do there, and then also we have. I also want to mention the Pixar party for a little bit. We just got our emails not too long ago, Ryan. Yep. And I don't want to say what pins we've received because I want to say that for a later time and date. But I do want to let everyone know that the emails for the Pixar party, the RSVP or the RSP, has been released and it has been out to people. And I know Ryan
multiple times.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I've gotten them at least 5 different emails.
I think I got 4 emails from them.
Emails?
Yeah,
okay.
The same one over and over. Yeah.
I think they were. I forgot what was going on over there, but I think they.
There's some technical difficulties.
Yeah, I guess they just sent out emails just in case you didn't get it before. But we did get our RSP, and so we know what pins we're getting. So if you haven't checked your inbox, or also check your junk mail just in case if you didn't get yours. But they are out there, so you should know what you're getting. I believe they start taking out the money August 11th. I believe is what I saw.
Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, 2 weeks prior to the event.
Yeah. And then at that point you pick up your pins when you go pick up when you check in, right?
Yeah, there's 2 different options. You can do the early pickup, which is on Thursday at Coronado Springs, or you can also pick them up on the actual day of the event on Friday, August 26th.
Okay, cool.
So.
And also, the last thing, another new addition that we want to start doing is that Ryan over here owns a little website called Progress John. And and for those of you who don't know what Progress John is, there's like a link on the side of on the website, correct?
Yes, yeah. If you scroll the whole way down, it's below madewithmagic.co. It says progressjohn.com.
And when you click on Progress John, it gives you a quote generator. And literally, it's every quote that's ever said on the Carousel of Progress.
Yeah.
And so
I'm a big fan of Carousel of Progress, if you guys don't know already. So I just made a little fun website around it.
And so we thought we might as well use it. And we're going to end every podcast with a quote from the Carousel of Progress.
All right.
Yeah. So
who's going first?
Are you on it? I'm already in it.
I'm on it too. Yeah.
Okay. You started out. So you created the website. So you give us a quote. So
we still got the old Disney Pins Blog logo on here too.
Yeah, I know, I see that. Yeah.
Update that.
All right. So what's the ending quote for this episode?
All right, let me generate a new one. Let's see here. All right, here we go. Is everyone ready?
I'm ready.
Sports stadiums are springing up all over.
Well, there you go, everybody.
Bam! Done.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, mic drop right there. So, what's it? Say it again. Sports stadiums.
Yeah, sports stadiums are springing up all over.
Well, that's not really relevant to any of this conversations, but
it's supposed to be random, you know.
Yeah,
it is.
Exactly. Yeah. So sometimes we might get lucky. It might be relevant, but yeah, food for thought, everybody. Sports stadiums are popping up everywhere.
Yeah.
So just think about that for a little bit.
I think that's from the first scene, I believe.
First scene, yeah.
Maybe it's the second scene in the 1940s.
Well, actually, it is kind of relevant when I think about it because they are redesigning the ESPN Worldwide of Sports over there. I think they're adding a new field and
that's right.
New chairs and stuff like that.
Yeah, they're springing up all over.
Yeah, they're just sprinting up all over. Yeah. So there you go, a little fun thing we want to do for the end of every show. So I don't know, I like it. I like it. Yeah, we're gonna keep it.
Good addition.
Yeah, there you go.
Episode 51.
Yeah, episode 51. So there you go, everybody. Be sure to check out the YouTube channel for more videos. I know we have a video series coming soon, and so be sure to check on YouTube for that. And let's see, last week we did our Park Pack opening for August, and then Ryan, you went little Disney balloons over there.
Yeah, if everyone goes over to the YouTube channel, check it out. A big, huge Disney pickle balloon. Gonna rock your socks off.
That's great. But anyway, thanks for listening and thanks for watching the DPB podcast, and we will check you guys out next week.
Thanks, everyone. See ya.
See ya.